I'm going to create a survey and then place it on a page, and then take that link and put it into an email that'll go out to my list. So first thing I'm going to do is come into contacts and assessments, and that's where the survey is located. So I'm going to get started, and I'll give it a title. And you have to have some sort of description here for them to move on. And I don't want to grade it because I just want it to be a survey. So you could use this as sort of a quiz, but I think assessment is better used as a survey or an application process. You can also use it as that. If you have an application process for someone to get into your coaching program, this is exactly the same process. But instead of assessment, we'll just call it an application. Click Save. And then you can see all this pops up. I, of course, want to send a completion email to myself. Whoops, not that one. This one right here. To myself. It'll say to your team, but you just put your email in there. And it'll gray out. Click Save. Because when someone fills this out, I want to be notified that they filled it out, and I want to be sent the results. Down here, I'm going to skip over automatically grade. I don't want that. I don't really want them to see a copy of it either. So I'm going to choose Always Hide Results. Save that. Next, you can add any kind of text here you'd like. Instead of calling it an assessment, I'm going to say you've just completed this survey. Save. And we don't need any automations for anything like this. So we have the basic setup. Next, we need to add our questions. Next, we'll go to Add Questions. And as you can see here, there's the Add a Question. It's super basic. It's very self-explanatory. Add question. There's multiple choice versus multiple selection. So multiple choice is A, B, or C. Multiple selection is A, B, and or C. So if I want to choose A and C, if you want people to have more than one option as an answer, you want to choose multiple selection. If there's only one answer, it's multiple choice. Paragraph is any time you want any kind of text answer. File upload, you probably won't be using that very often. And a section is just to divide up a big survey. So really you're using multiple choice, multiple selection, or paragraph answer. And I can tell you in a survey, multiple choice is the best option, or multiple selection, because when it comes to paragraph, if you have numerous questions, by numerous I mean more than 2 questions with paragraph answers, people are less likely to fill them out. So you're better off with multiple choice or multiple selection as much as possible if you want more people to reply to the survey. So we'll just add a question. Let's say it's a multiple selection. You just type in your question here. And if you happen to have it written out in a Word document and you want to paste it in here, you might find that when you do paste it in here, the font is very different with each question. So to avoid the font problem, normally you click Control V to paste something in here. Instead, you'll click Control Shift V, and that'll remove the formatting and paste it in here without changing up the font, hopefully. So you'll paste or type your question in and then save that. And before you add the answers, you want to be sure and save that question. If you try to type the question, then move straight to the answers, it's going to delete it, unfortunately. So you have to save a little bit as you go. As I mentioned, it's a little bit primitive in here, but it's still usable. We're going to add an answer. I'm going to say choice number A. Save that. And if you want, you can add a tag, like when someone answers this, you can tag them as whatever. And the reason you'd use tags, that's really advanced, but an example would be if I had a survey and I offer 3 different services, and I'm wondering who would be interested in what. I can have A, coaching, B, a course, C, a webinar, I don't know, a workshop. And based on their answer, I can add a tag for each answer. And then in the email sequence area, I could have an email sequence that says, when tag is added, begin sending this sales email sequence. So that's more an advanced thing, but is an option for the future. So we have choice A, and then we go back, add an answer, and B, choice B, save, etc. You get the idea. And then let's say we're done with that question, save, go back, and then you just go on to the next one. Say I want this next question to be there. It's a paragraph answer or text answer. Unfortunately, see how big the space is? If you ask just one thing like, how old are you? And it's only a number in here. Unfortunately, there's big spaces there. This is what I mean by a little bit primitive. So save, go back, and you see how you can add unlimited number of questions in here. But of course, you want your survey to be short because you want people to complete it. When we're done, we go back, and here we are. And in order for the survey to work, it's kind of like a form. We created the survey. We need to take the form or the survey and put it on a page. Right now, it's just sort of in here. No one can reach it. So we're going to go to the page area, landing pages. Remember, we have that template page here. I'm just going to duplicate that to start off with. Our page is ready. So we'll go to the 3 dots and give it a new name. Let's call this Survey 5. Change the URL. Roll down. I don't really want people to stumble upon it, so I'm actually going to turn the survey off for search results. Save. And then we're back here. We'll go to landing pages to return to where we were. And now I want to edit this page, so I'm going to click on the name. And I want to put this survey on this page. So this is my template page. I already love the header. I love the footer. And I just need to change the stuff in the middle. So when I click in this section, I'm going to get rid of, I don't need a text, and I don't need an image. I just want to add content and assessment. Then I'll say, well, which assessment? And I'm just going to choose actually the only one I have in here, this one. And you see how it populates it. Save that. And it's ready to go. But I want to send this survey in an email. So what I'm going to do is go back to landing pages and roll over to the 3 dots. Or actually, I'm sorry, not the 3 dots. It's right here now. Copy URL, and I'm going to paste that into the email I'm going to send out to everybody. Say, here's what I want to find out from the survey. Here's the link to the survey.